Hi loves, welcome to April's mid-month budget check-in.
Do you wanna come along with me? Come along with me. Do you wanna? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, get it right. Gonna keep on running, grab the fun and live it light. And tomorrow's far away, should I let the party fade? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, let us on tonight.
So we're going to fill in the actual columns for the bills that have already been deducted, and at the end of the month when we're closing out the budget we will complete it and then we'll do our differences. If you want to see what I mean, do revert to yesterday's video, which I will put in the information bar along here in that corner. So just click on that and you'll see how I set that up. Also, for those of you who aren't following me on Instagram, I did announce over there that I will be doing the bare bones budget. And a bare bone budget is basically cutting back on quite a lot of the expenses that aren't really necessary and that you could live without. So I've been doing that. I am still working on a few expenses. I'm trying to get them down a bit more, but you know, everything takes time. Everything's a work in progress. But so far, I've managed to get one down and I've gotten rid of 2 of my subscriptions. That would reflect at the end of the month when we do the overall budget closeout. I will be working on a bare budget printable as well. My Etsy shop is linked below for anyone who's interested in this printable, the debt payoff printable, or the soon to be bare bones budget printable. Do check out my Etsy store. It'll be on there within the next week or so. We currently have these printables on there, but the bare bones one and the debt payoff one will be up and running on there within the next week as well. So I think I've updated you guys on everything so far. So we're going to get straight into the video. All right, so we've got our red if we're over budget, green if we're under budget, and black if we're just straight on. Usually I should just use my highlighter because that's what I started out doing back in the day, but I'm just going to be using the pens right now. All right, so let's get started. So our rent was dead on, so that's $413. Council tax hasn't come out yet. One of the areas in which I was able to do a lot of savings was my water. Now, I called up my water supplier and I had a little talk with them, and because Kaylan has a skin condition, right, I was able to get a bit of discount. I did install a meter thinking that the meter would make the water cheaper, but it didn't. I was paying around £630 a year for water, which is £250 more than I was paying when I was just on a fixed rate amount. So guys, before you run to put a meter in, do check all of those things out. My flat particularly, my water is more expensive than the other 5 flats in this building because of the rateable value. Do your research, guys. Because of the rateable value, my flat seemed to have been in better condition when they were doing that, and it's also a little bit bigger, but it's only 2 of us that are living here, 1 adult and a child, and I've reiterated this to them over the phone. That's how I ended up getting the water meter, but I think eventually I will try to get it removed and just go on, like, you know, the standard rate, you know, where they just give you your bill, like your bill's £400 for the year or whatever, and just keep it moving. Because listen, I ain't got money to be throwing to these people, all right, because you use a lot of water. But with that said, we were able to get the water down to $35.59, And this is going to be the fee until March next year, $35.59 a month, which is quite good. You know, I'm not going to complain. Our gas is still the same. I know a lot of people say your gas is so expensive, and my electricity is still the same. The gas and electricity is so expensive, but you guys need to realize I do live in an old building where the insulation is not the greatest. So you're going to have the heat on. As I'm filming this right now, all the windows are closed and I'm freezing. I do get money back as well from my electricity and my gas, so I'm not really fussed about it. It is what it is, you know what I mean? And I'm also on a fixed rate, so I'm locked into that, so they can't increase it. So I'm going to stay there, because if you guys are aware, everything is going up, including the gas and electricity. Inflation is happening out there, so I'm going to stay put and just do what I need to do to try to save as much as I can save. My internet now is the ultimate piss take, because my contract ended on the 13th of April. I need to ring them up today as I finish filming this to get it sorted. It's currently $48.50, so it's gone up in price, but I'm going to ring them up today to see if they could do anything on that price, and we'll see how that reflects in May's budget. Okay, my subscriptions, like I said, I did cancel 2 of them, so that would reflect here at the end of the month. Mobile phone came in at $860, and my bank account fee was spot on. Groceries and Kaylan, I'm not going to fill those in yet, nor am I going to fill in the petrol. School fees, we budgeted $75, but I ended up paying $48 because I had a credit. So that's kind of good there. Cover plan, £5. And the sinking funds for the car insurance, I don't even know if that's going to even happen. And the debt, that will get done at the end of the month. And I'm just going to put miscellaneous. And I'm not going to fill it in yet because I didn't budget anything for it. So I'm going to put nil. But over here, I'll put how much I spend when we're doing the actual closing out of the budget. So those are all of my numbers so far. So I was able to save in this area because I was paying close to £50 for that. So that's quite a good steal. That's about a £14 savings, which is better than nothing. We're going to work on the internet, see what we could get that at. And the council tax, I'm trying to see if I could get any assistance with that for the council tax. It would be nice to get assistance with the rent as well. I'm on the old system for tax credits, okay? I'm on the old tax credits and child benefit system. So I do know if I switch over, I'll go into the new system, which is universal credit. And they do take into account the amount of money you get in from tax credit. They class that as income. So I'm very mindful when it comes to these things. I wish I could have paid £50 on the council tax, which is about £47 off. But I'm still doing my research because I don't want to plummet into something that's going to end up biting me in the backside. So I'm taking my time with the council tax. I do know I could get help with the council tax and the rent. But like I said, I will have to go onto universal credits. And from my research, it's not the bestest of the bestest. And then because I get other income coming in that goes into my bank account, I will have to account to that for them. And it's a whole lot of stress. So right now, I'm just trying my best to just manage the little bit of money that I have and do with what I have. And also the other thing is, if I didn't have debt, I would have extra money that could go towards my bills, so it wouldn't be so tight. But I look at things that way. Many people don't. Many people are like, you know, you're entitled to the help and the support, yes, but there's also a lot of red tape around that. And I expressed to you guys in numerous videos on my other channel, my main channel. The playlist is in the description box of these videos. That I don't like red tape. I don't like to have to tell them, oh, I made £400 today. Oh, I made this today. I like to just deal with the one company, which is, you know, HMRC. And I could just go to them and say, okay, for me child benefits or my child tax credits or whatever it is, or working tax credits, hey, I've made an extra £1,000 and it's fine because I could earn up to £12,000 within the tax year. I know I'm getting into the tax bits here, but if you're based in the UK and you work, you do kind of understand what I'm talking about. I prefer to just deal with one person than having to deal with two different systems, you know. No, I'm not being ignorant, but anyway, that's it for April's mid-month budget check-in. So the numbers are looking good. I'm going to come back possibly at the end of the month. I think it will make more sense to do the bare bones budget at the end of the month, so I'll have the printables available for then, because then you guys could sort of see where I've saved and everything on one sheet, and it will make sense to you guys. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. It's absolutely free, and do give this video a thumbs up, guys. It does help our videos to get noticed by other people who use these platforms, and we do need the support. All right, so talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Wanna shake the ground, wanna break away, let loose. I'm tired of